You're watching Through the Looking Glass with Dr. Ginny Klein.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ginny Klein, and I've missed you, so I'm back with a new show for us all. It's about our feelings, fears, and fantasies, our pain and our pleasure, our problems and our solutions. It's a time for us to get together, talk things over, think things over, and find out that we are not alone. Perhaps then we can all help each other make this world and our lives just a little bit better. Did you ever get the feeling that your life is all about shoulds and not about the things you really want to do? And you're not too happy about that? Let's take a closer look at just that issue. How you doing?
You know, did you know that Thanksgiving's only a week away? It's like unbelievable. This stupid storm has knocked out my whole kitchen. And I got a call this morning, and I don't even have my phone service back up. And my family, I won't talk badly about them, they want to know what time Thanksgiving is. Now, I have been doing Thanksgiving for many years, and I certainly enjoy it, but has anybody asked me if my kitchen's up and working? Has anybody asked me if I've got time now with all the rescheduling I've had to do?
But they don't have to. Leslie, they don't have to.
What do you mean they don't have to? I'm
They
the
don't
only
have
one
to
should have to
because-
do anything?
Yeah, because what you're saying is you should do it anyway, kitchen or no kitchen. Because
Well,
you've always done it, so
I
you
don't
should always
mind
do it.
doing it if I can, but at least someone should say, can we help? How'd your house go? I mean, not a call for 12 days from any of these people. Excuse me, do you
But
mind
you
if
still-
I drink my water?
Not at all. And you
So annoyed.
and
I'm
you
really
But you
annoyed.
still think you should do it.
I don't know if I can do it. I would like to be able to do it, but the nerve of them to think that they don't have to
That
even
you should
ask.
do it anyway.
Oh my God,
Not
they're-
even ask
they're
if you're
thoughtless.
damaged.
No, it didn't ask if I'm damaged, didn't ask if I can, didn't ask how we managed.
After all these years of making Thanksgiving,
They didn't even call and see how we were. And now they want to know what time they should come on my Thanksgiving. I didn't even say I'm doing it yet.
Excuse me, you're not really seriously considering a few weeks away from the storm. With
It's
the
a
damage
week.
hit. A week.
I think.
You-
Right? Next
well,
week?
Something.
I don't know. I forget what day it is. I'm so pissed
You,
off.
I hear you think that you should still do it.
Well, I didn't think about whether I could or couldn't at this point.
But you should.
Yeah, well, I always do it.
Wait a minute.
Why wouldn't I do
Your
it? Except that
kitchen's-
my kitchen's down.
But you should do it anyway. What imaginary game are you playing with yourself?
I could rent out the family room in the condo complex. And I could bring in food. I mean,
You could or you should.
to be honest with you right now, I won't curse. I've promised myself I wouldn't curse. But I'm so angry at these people who are
Expect things of you.
without any consideration.
What about the shoulds you have on yourself? Do you ever argue with those?
What do you mean? I
Well,
have no idea what you're talking
You
about.
still
They
think
are
of a way
calling
that
me.
you should still provide the traditional Thanksgiving you've done for years and years, and you're going to rent out a room.
I could rent out a room.
Okay, so who's shoulding on you?
What?
Who is shoulding on you? Your family and yourself? Why do you expect you should be able to still provide it when your kitchen's destroyed and you're still looking for solutions to provide Thanksgiving dinner?
Well, what should I do? Just tell them I can't do it?
What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? What an interesting thought.
Oh, you don't use wants very often? You use shoulds, run your life?
I really don't think about what I want very often.
Oh, my goodness. That's so unfair. A person who gives so much doesn't consider her own wants.
Aren't you being selfish? if you think about yourself first. I mean, I certainly don't want to be considered a narcissist.
Well, hardly. If your kitchen's destroyed and you're thinking of renting a room
It's
in
not
a
fully
complex,
destroyed. It's just that there were issues that
you're
don't.
far from a narcissist if you've been providing things to people who don't even see how you are all these years. You're
Really
hardly.
annoying. Not one call to see how we did, and to get a call today. You can see how pissed off I am.
Yes, I. That's a reasonable thing.
You think?
Yeah, to be angry about that, sure.
But I didn't
People-
say a word to her. I should have said something to her, and I never say anything. I always let it be, oh, it's okay, blah, 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 when I really want to smack her in the face.
Well, you must have been stuffing a lot of that valid anger for many years. Where do you stuff it? You have a special drawer you keep it in, or what? It's not okay to be angry?
It's not a good thing to confront people.
But there's nobody here. You're just sharing your feelings with someone who's hearing them.
You mean you?
Yeah.
So you don't think I should have to do Thanksgiving? How am I going to say no? They're going to be mad.
You just did. The word is no. Do you want to say no?
I really do not want to have Thanksgiving
Thank
at my
you.
house this year.
Thank you very
There's
much.
too much going on.
Thank you very much. You don't want. Your wants are important, not just your shoulds. I don't know how you got raised, but
We could meet at a restaurant, but I feel like I guess no one will want to see me. I guess I'm afraid that no one will want to see me.
Yeah,
or
that's
ever
you
visit.
judging yourself from who you should be. That's your should monster inside. If you don't do everything you should, then you're bad. No one will want to see you, and no one will care about
They'll
you.
think I'm selfish.
No, you're
for
doing,
not doing-
you're doing that. Whether they think it or not, they're greedy because they didn't even bother to call to see if you were damaged. The fact of the matter is, they
You think
take.
I'm being mean to myself?
Yeah.
Oh.
You just said
Kind of-
what you want, and then you say it's terrible to want something.
Oh, it's selfish.
Well, you're a should monster. Where'd you learn all these, what you should do for others, what you should do, how to be so responsible? Where'd you learn this from? As a
Isn't
kid?
that the way you're supposed to be? But I always say to myself, I'm like this. I'm always worried about them. I'm calling them. I'm seeing how they are. Although I
Well, you should.
didn't have time to call them till recently. And then none
What do you
of
mean
them-
you're saying it to yourself? Who's saying it to who? I'm confused.
Well, I say to myself,
Wait, that's two of you.
yeah, I guess. I guess I never looked at it
Okay,
that
so
way.
what was it that you were saying? We'll figure out who's who.
I wanted to say, why are you expecting me to do Thanksgiving after this storm when you haven't even called to see how I am? Where's the concern?
Why are you expecting to do it in the Commons building or something,
'Cause
or
I
take them to
could.
a restaurant?
'Cause I
Because you
could.
should.
Yeah, I should. I should make sure everybody's taken care of so that everybody has
Were
Thanksgiving.
you the oldest in your family?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
How'd you know?
Well, you just said, I should make sure that everyone's taken care of. There's no time in your brain. That's what you learned when you were 6 or something.
Yeah.
You should make sure before you eat the candy there's enough for everybody else.
I
Right?
would never eat candy if there wasn't enough for everybody else, because that's rude. Don't you think?
Doesn't mean you can't have one piece of candy. Of course, you know, the thing is, somewhere you learned what you should, and your wants are second rate. They don't rate.
Just so tired of feeling taken advantage of.
Who's taking advantage of you?
Because I am.
Which eye is that?
One who
Name
thinks
it.
I have to do everything for everybody.
You should. That's the should monster. All the things
Is
you
that what
should
that means?
always be.
That's
Well-
cute. Where'd you come up with that?
I don't know, because it's a monster is someone who scares us to death if we don't do what they tell us. And that's a should
I guess
monster.
I'm terrified of myself.
Yeah, if you do what you want instead of what you should, then you're a bad girl. All these years, don't you have any credit at all? And, you know, you've been doing Thanksgiving not to do it when your kitchen is not totally destroyed, but it's not operative.
Well, it's not fully operational. And plus, it's getting expensive. It's like the cost is on me. No one brings anything except their big fat asses.
However,
Sorry, I'm very
who
angry.
is making you do this? They don't have the power to make you do this. They can just
Don't
have the power
gossip
to.
about me, though.
And what
Oh,
will you?
Sue,
What?
Sue's got the money. Sue didn't do it.
Sue?
Sue's not generous.
That's your middle name, Sue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to call me that.
They used to call you that. They wouldn't even use your regular name.
That was my nickname.
Oh, this is your nickname. Okay, you know, the thing is that you will put yourself, that should monster in you, will put you down even before your relatives are on the phone. They're not even here, and you're
I just
calling
feel like
yourself
crying.
selfish
I
if
just
you
don't know
do-
how I'm going to get up the courage to say, I can't do this. Don't be bad.
Who's going to judge you? Your family?
I'm sure they will.
How about someone inside you?
I feel
putting you-
bad
That's
saying
making
no.
you cry. You should never say no.
Not if you can say yes, if you can make it work.
But if you live your life by what you should do, then where's your room for your wants?
They're mutually exclusive. I can't want anything.
Well, if you have to be 100% good girl and do everything you should do, take care of the whole kid, all the kids, all the family, then the one time you do what you want, I don't want to be bothered with Thanksgiving this year. Then
I don't want to be bothered.
your should monster goes like that to you.
I see.
You're hating
So
yourself. for it.
I'm being judged harsh on myself,
That's
is what
right.
you're saying?
That's right. Because the should is so strong in you since you're a kid. You would never eat candy unless there was enough for everyone.
Well, that's polite.
But this is self-destructive, what you're doing to yourself. Well, it's easy to get mad at them for not considering you, but who do you get mad at when that should monster isn't considering you?
Right.
Isn't considering your mons. You could talk back. You could learn to talk back. Look, I'm not doing it this year. That's it. Get off my back. You got to separate it into two parts of yourself.
Seems like I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, but it's not going to be kitchen work, and it's not going to be cooking work. It's going to be work to liberate yourself so that you can do things when you want to do them and not do them when you don't want to do them.
I mean, if they were all willing to bring something, right, and help clean up so I don't have to hire someone to do it this
You
year.
think they're going to change their character and suddenly help you clean up instead of walk out and thanks a lot, goodbye? You think they're going to all go through changes here? They're not sitting here, you are.
Yeah.
You think people are going to change their character? If they would, that I could do my should. If they would, I could do my should, and I wouldn't have to feel guilty and hate myself because I'm not doing Thanksgiving this year.
That would be nice. But it doesn't work that way, huh?
No.
I guess that's what you're saying.
No, it doesn't. But you didn't, you don't get any credit for this. In other words, you don't have a perfect score here, storm or no storm, kitchen or no kitchen, then you're nothing.
Well, and I guess it's just my drivel that I have to keep complaining about. It's like shocking to me that people are so...
Inconsiderate of your wants,
Yes.
aren't
Like-
you?
I guess I'm the biggest offender.
Well, it's shocking that people have no room
Yes.
for someone else, and if you have no room for your own wants, then you have to fight that war within yourself. That's something you can do. You can't change them, but you can change how you think.
Right.
That's the only war you can ever win, honey. And you win it
The war inside.
one thing at a time. You never 100% win it. You get, what are my shoulds and what are my wants? The shoulds come from a infinite self that you can imagine you can be 100%, and therefore they never stop. Now there are practical, you should pay your bills, you should go to the bathroom.
That would be a big
you
problem.
should take the turkey out on time, you know. However, there are practical shoulds. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what the imagination sets up when we're little. I should be able to make sure all the kids are taken care of before mommy comes home from work or whatever, wherever she was. I should be able to take care of all the kids. How many did you have?
We had a big extended family, all living together.
Oh, yeah.
And I was the oldest of all the 40 cousins.
Oh my God, what did you have, a mansion?
No, everybody had small places, but all very local.
And you
know
were
what I
the
mean?
oldest?
I
No wonder
happened
you're
to be
full
the
of
oldest.
shoulds.
That's why I'm such a mess.
Because you should. Well, you know something? You're still taking care of the kids. And they're
Wasted
walking,
my
they're
whole
not bringing
life.
anything, they ain't bringing the dishes to the sink either.
Yeah, what an idiot I am, waiting for them to be appreciative.
Well, you have to give yourself a break and not do what you don't want to do right now. Why would you want to make another meal for these people? Because you always have?
That's such a bizarre thought.
Yeah.
I don't have to do this.
Yeah, it's called a want. I don't want to do this. To challenge a should is going to drop all kinds of bombs on you, telling you you're a terrible, selfish, horrible person. You get no credit for the past 30 years. The fact of the matter is, it's going to drop a bomb on you because your kitchen is half dilapidated.
Does
and-
everybody have this bomb dropping
Yeah,
thing
but
in their head?
not everyone learns about it. That's why our world is so messed up. We don't know who's dropping a bomb. We think it's everybody else that's dropping a bomb on us. They can be dropping them too, but the only person you have power over is your bomb, your should monster, not theirs. You should make Thanksgiving. You always have. No. Well, you can say that, and they can say that. The only person you can answer back to is you. You can have to fight
So
the
the
war
fact
with
that
yourself.
I've always done it to this point doesn't make me have to do it moving forward.
That's right. It's called a want. I don't want to. Given the whole situation, I don't want to.
Oh, Sue, you're just using it as an excuse.
Oh, that's what the should monster said? Oh, good. Now you can hear it. Good for you. You can hear it. Oh, you're just using that as an excuse, but you should anyway. Now, what do you say back?
I don't know. Haven't figured that out yet. Any suggestions?
You say, look, I've been taking care of these people all my life. I said, I'm going to take care of me now because they're not doing it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do what I don't want to do.
I was thinking this year would be such a good time to go down to the soup kitchen. And there's so many people homeless from this storm.
At least 40.
Huh?
At least 40.
Right.
So you have to find a crowd to take care of
But I would rather go do that and serve the food and be with them.
Okay, if you need
than
a
in my own
transitional,
kitchen, you know?
if you need a transitional thing to allay your guilt for not doing this thing,
People had it much worse in the storm than I did.
well, you're not going to change your entire lifetime pattern. So if you want to go to the soup kitchen, fine, but you're not making the soup.
Right. Right.
You're going
'Cause I can't.
serve it for a few hours, then go out to dinner with your husband.
Yeah. And see if the family wanted to meet at a restaurant, we could all do that.
And
this
share the
year.
bill.
And share the bill. That's right.
There you go. That all it needs is your permission. You have to give your permission to yourself. Your real self has to give more permission. And you have to fight the shoulds that say, I got to do it anyway.
What you're saying sounds like it should be so easy.
It
Why
isn't.
is this so hard?
Because of the self-hate. The should monster hates you if you're not infinitely giving. You raised all these children in your home.
I helped. I didn't do it all.
Well, I'm so sorry. But it was constantly others, others, others you have to take
Yes.
care of. How about doing the things you want? Did you ever get to do what you wanted, all those people in the house?
I thought that's what I wanted to do. I didn't think about it.
There's a difference between a want. Wants are not a burden.
And I don't even think I know what I want.
Well, you haven't been living by those things. Do you really want to make Thanksgiving dinner for these people again? First answer. You almost answered, but you didn't.
I was thinking about it. Really
Do I have a right to say no?
do not want to do that.
Well,
Because it's too much work this year.
yes, it is.
Because everything's delayed and just don't want to do it. Want to recover from the storm. Put my energies into doing that.
That's
Not
right.
have that extra burden.
That's what you want to do.
Right.
You want to clear up your house.
But I do feel bad and overwhelmed and bad about it.
Because
that
the
I
should
can't.
monster's dripping
Right.
self-hate and
Like,
judgment
what's wrong
on
with you? Other people lost
Okay.
their house.
Look
all
up
you
at the
have-
ceiling and say, shut up.
Shut up.
You're smiling. You never thought you could do that. Because you were caught with 40
It's like
people
an
now.
idiot.
No, you're not an idiot. The fact is you never had the opportunity. You had reality pushing your face there with all these other kids, and you were the oldest. You had to take care of them. And so you never even had an opportunity to say no. There was no saying no. You were the oldest and you were doing it.
Just my job.
Did anybody ever say, do you want to do this? No.
Wasn't asked.
It wasn't a choice. But now you can give yourself the choice.
Wow.
That puts you in
Seems
power.
So difficult. Though.
It's hard. It's hard because this guy operates faster. This guy says 100% of you nothing. Right? If you get the pepper on the table, bad. Somebody says, where's the pepper? And you feel like a failure. Right? Something like that?
Well, it's kind of like that. I mean, because I got a lot of people in my life looking at me like it's my job.
That's been since you're young. And you thought that comes with that's normal. You should.
Yeah, isn't everybody doing this? But now I look around and I go,
They don't even bring anything. They don't even help you clean
bring
up.
anything.
Why should
They
they?
don't even ask if they can clean up.
Well, they're takers and they're givers. You unfortunately became the fanatic giver. Now you have to argue with
You
yourself
think I'm
and say
fanatic?
stop.
I think so, I guess.
Well, I mean not fanatic, but I mean I don't
A
mean
lot.
that in a
A lot
negative
of
way. It
giving.
means it's an infinite thing that
Right.
you always have to do, or you're a bad girl, And if a want wants to come and have a vote in your life, then the should guy says, "Get out of here."
But the concept just seems so, it seems so simple, and I don't
Yeah.
get why I've missed it. I feel bad that I've missed it. Probably been doing things out of some habit or something.
From the time you were a child, you were in the position, and that was it. You're the
Frickin'
oldest. You
bubble.
gotta.
Gotta.
You gotta put them first and you last. And therefore, you couldn't consult your wants. There was 40 people running around the building, or whatever.
And it's only once a year at Thanksgiving. It's not like I do every family function.
Do you feel guilty about that? You don't? Yeah.
No, it's just I do for my own family. I don't always do for everybody.
Thank God.
Not that they would want to come. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Don't want to.
Your wants are highly neglected in your life. What do you do that you want, that you allow yourself to do? There must be
I came
something.
here.
Oh, good.
I think my girlfriend was really tired of hearing me bitch.
Good. Well,
Felt
then,
there was nothing more she could say.
well, you know, the only person who can fight that monster that lives inside your head is you.
Right, that's what she said.
We'll see you next week then.
All right.
And if anything comes up, because I know you're very anxious about this, give me a call anytime.
All right.
Okay?
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Okay. You take care now.
I will. Good to see you.
Okay. I want to thank Sue Friedman once again for doing that wonderful role, totally unrehearsed, never edited. I mean, that was a great role. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, and I think I won't do Thanksgiving next week. Because I don't have
Is it next week? Oh my God.
I think it really is.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, but I want to thank you very much. Thanks very much.
You're
and you
welcome,
do
Dr.
that
Klein.
very well because you understand the wants and the should because you're a psychotherapist, right?
I've learned about them, yes.
Yes,
Through my
and-
work and try to
and
help others learn about theirs.
In Bridgewater.
Yes.
Right. Thank you very much,
Thank
Susan
you, Dr.
Friedman.
Klein.
Thanks a lot. And I want to thank you for watching and saying hello when I'm bopping around town, and for your letters. And, you know, your ideas and concerns are very important. And if you have an idea for a show, something that's bothering you, just write us, get a pen, write it down, and go to my website, drjennyklein@gmail.com. Kaz Beelan, my wonderful cameraman who's been doing the show since it started, tells me he set that up, and he said if you don't mention it, I'm going to be mad at you, which he never is. But the point is, it's drjennyklein.com. Go to the website. Anyway, you take care of yourself, be really good to yourself, and just keep looking through the looking glass. Bye-bye.
Dr. Jenny Klein would love to hear from you. Email her, jennyklein@gmail.com, or give her a call at 908-722-2933. If you'd like to see more, feel free, just go to drjennyklein.com.